Which light is connected successfully?
Gauranga. Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe, Dasi, welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Oh yeah, here we do it like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Srila 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 Prabhupada, Jesus. Good morning. Jesus.
Good morning.
Jesus Srila Prabhupada, Jesus Srila Prabhupada, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda, Nityananda, 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 Krishna, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ah, ah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, turn your mics on and we'll chant together here. We'll jump up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare, Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Jai
Hare
Jai Shri
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama, Hare
Jai
Rama.
Nityananda, Jai Shri Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Shri
Jaya Shri
Advaita
Advaita
Chandra, Jai
Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri
Jaya Shri
Advaita
Advaita
Chandra,
Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. Let's see here. Let's read something here. You ever heard this book? There was an old book a long time ago. Uh, Kill the Guru on the way, on your journey towards enlightenment. Kill the Guru. Yeah.
Oh,
No. Let me tell you what that means. Actually, I didn't know until now. I just, especially when you become ecstatic, you may have you be impervious to to the insults of the general public. See, but the final frontier is when see the guru actually. Who does the guru represent? Like Father, right? Supreme Father. So it's very natural. Just like when you go to a psychologist or psychiatrist, they call it transference. You transfer onto the psychologist your past relationships. That's how you get the healing. You put it out. Literally, you go on. You treat the psychologist like they trigger you to see these things. And that's how you heal. Well, that happens here too. And so devotees, they may be impervious to other things, but then when they're triggered by their past, then that comes up. And so, in a sense, you gotta. This is see the final frontier is Vrindavan, which is very close and intimate relationships with Krishna and the devotees, without any awe and reverence, without any I must do this. Oh, he says it, I didn't. I'm not. See these kind of things where these expectations and all that stuff that are in the relationship between like more reverent, like it's kind of there's a Vaidhi thing in there. That has to be also clear. It comes up naturally here too. I noticed, and so this gives you more freedom in relationship because um, if usually we suppress this stuff because of our how our parents treated us wasn't or other authorities even didn't treat us right, or we are expected. Usually, we're expected to be a certain way. See, and so a lot of people misunderstand me. They think I expect them to be a certain way. What I do is I can trigger you. I might even seem like I might say because I don't know what I'm going to say. I come here and the Lord kind of shows me stuff or things just come out of my mouth, and it may trigger some past thing. Oh, he's going to go hard. He expects me to be like this, like that kind of stuff. But it's just bringing it up and out. It has to come out because it's in there. And actually, I don't really have any expectation. I'm happy that you guys, if you come to the point of ecstatic worship, I'm satisfied. I may push something just spontaneously, but who's doing it actually? You know, who, and why are you reacting? Well, there's a reason, because ultimately Krishna will make you impervious to praise and blame, even from me. Like if you think I'm blaming you or criticizing you or condemning your actions and stuff like that, that's something coming out to where you be totally free of that. Then you will be impervious to blame and fame. Otherwise, you just want me to praise you. What do you just want me to praise you? Well, no. I mean, it's great if I praise, right? Oh, it's wonderful. But if I blame you or that comes out, what's it going to do? It's going to hit a nerve. It's going to hit the past, and for purification. You know, you may even lose taste because that the cloud. It's like an explosion. The boom and the cloud. From the explosion, and also you can't see, but the cloud dissipates. Go ahead there, River.
Every time I'm going, not so much anymore, but every time I've been going through purification, I lose taste. I don't want it. I want to like that with it. But staying here and having you encouraging gets you through. It gets you
And
through.
and that's why it's hard for Yamuna, and it's hard for the devotees. See, hard for Yamuna. She's kind of a standalone. She's out there. She knows what she's doing, and most for the most part, except in the cloud, sometimes it's confusing. So I help her a little bit to get through it. But people, they misunderstand. Like often, I'm very happy, and they can't why. I have devotees say, "Why you support her? Why are you so? Why are you praising her?" Because that's what I see. I see. Look, she's good. Look at this. I just see. Look at the sincerity. Look how she's getting through this. Look how she's boldly going through it, and they can't believe because they don't. They can't think like that. They, so
It's
so
taken
people,
me a while, Maharaj.
huh?
It's taken me some time to go leave
Yeah,
the faults,
exactly.
leave the not fully, but leave them
Yeah,
and just see the mercy, see
yeah,
Krishna, and
yeah,
that is the link through it all.
yeah, yeah.
For us.
Yeah, you see that. And so you're at a good stage where you're getting you can see get a little more what do you call neutrality while you're going through the stuff. There was a time where she was fully identified completely.
Yeah.
Sometimes too, and it gets me. Almost like
I'm
oh,
sorry, Maharaj. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
hey man, it just comes to the territory. So this stuff, I mean, this what we're doing here is outside of the box. It's completely creative, and it's never been really done before. This is like just the right medicine for people to get into the ecstatic level, and like transform their into their spiritual body. Usually, you got to go. It's not it's not this is the easiest journey that it's going to get for this round for people to be get so clear about the process. It's like being a guide. They put you on journeys with shamans, and when you take that ayahuasca stuff and you have an experienced shaman that can lead you through stuff like, well, that's what we're doing on this to bring people to the ecstatic platform where you got spiritual emotions. I mean, who has heard of that? People can't even realize what is this, and a spiritual mind that thinks so differently. You think like God thinks. I mean, that's why people can't understand. you know and this most Christians, they're not at that level. They're still kind of mixed in with things. So this is a very prestigious teaching, actually, a very rare type of thing. While it's here, whoever comes forward, they can see an amazing transformation in people and be encouraged and come on. It's like going on a what do they call those things in the jungle? You're going on the jungle and you're going to find a temple.
Safari. Safari.
like a safari type thing. You're going to like to find this hidden temple of jewels, like they have in these movies,
Treasure.
and you have a big lot of people behind, going on the journey. They're all following the leader, right? The leader's experience. So you're doing that, going to this Vrindavan here. We got people following along. We're all in the line. See, in the line. You notice they kind of go in a line. They don't go all over the place and stay in a line because you stay, you hack in the way, through the jungle. Remember Madhavinda Puri? He said, "Hey, come on, they'll get the villagers in the line. Let's get your hat and shadows. We're going to uncover the deity." That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
So,
So Maharaj, people like Meena and Mayaveri, they've been triggered and they're kind of stuck in the cloud.
they fell out of line.
That's it. They just fell
See,
out.
they fell away from the leader. See, they fall out of the line and they fall back in.
Okay.
So they're stopped there, and they'll know once if they get back in this life, they'll say, "Oh, I stopped there," because you can't. Even their Prabhupada, even her Prabhupada said, without the spiritual master, you can't make any advancement, especially on this level.
God.
See, he's talking even on that level. And this is shiksha. This is authorized by the person she's worshiping. She cannot advance on her own. My ex-wife can't either. Krishna gave them a real guru, and Prabhupada even said, "You never kick your bhakti guru away." There's no doubt that this is not a bhakti guru here. You never kick that person away, and they have Mahavirya here, and then let that be an example. Christina really didn't. She, she really has faith, but she's kind of doing her own little thing. But she has real faith in this, and her heart is there. And maybe it's just too tough to. I don't know. Who knows? But still, her heart's there, and she's still ecstatic. So it's kind of amazing how the Lord plays this whole thing. It's just like, well, great. I mean, this is so unique. What we got here is very unique and very wonderful. Like a Nitai, this Nitai guy, is he Nitai or Nimai?
Nimai, Tarun.
Yeah, that's Tarun. Oh, yeah. He really feels like more and more like part of the family, and he's advancing and getting realizations. And see, people like he's staying in the line. People may not always come here so often, but they stay in the line. Their heart is here with us. They probably watch some videos or replays and stuff, but their heart is with us. It's the main thing. Yeah, I just wanted to say that because it can get a little confusing, even for maybe the devotees who are more ecstatic when they go through this thing, and they think I'm instigating it. Well, in a sense, I'm half responsible. I can't take full credit. I can't take full credit for anything, not even the purification. Even when I'm an asshole, I can't take full credit. I take half credit because the Lord has to use somebody to do it, so I have half the credit. Hey, I'm telling you, Lord Caitanya also did. He instigated all kinds of stuff. He would praise different devotees and new guys. They just come along and he praised them in front of the ones who've been there for a long time, to see, and to pull up whatever is in their way, of, like purifying, because it has to come up and out, you know. And then it's gone. Otherwise, you're in suppression still.
Yeah.
This is like brain surgery. Who's going to do this job? You got to be really, used by the Lord. This is brain surgery. This is Vaishnava brain surgery. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. We're on this. I'm going to continue on with that. I'm going to finish a chapter for once. Chapter 46, was it? 46? No. Oh yeah, Buddha 46. Yeah, 46. Uddhava visits Vrindavan. Continuing on. This is Canto 10, Chapter 46. So, verse number 32. Uddhava continues on saying, anyone, even a person in an impure state, who absorbs his mind in him, in Krishna, and it says him, but Krishna, for just a moment at the time of death, burns up all traces of sinful reaction and immediately attains the supreme transcendental destination in a pure spiritual form as effulgent as the sun. See, and so Lord Chaitanya, see, this is thousands of years after this realization of Buddha sharing, right? It was much harder back then to absorb your mind in Krishna. Like that. But look at Lord Chaitanya. Because of his mercy, he's giving us this Bhakti Lata Bees through the real disciplic succession has been authorized. It's just like the order Lord Chaitanya gave Nityananda 550 years ago and Advaita, go out and preach Krishna consciousness and preach Vraj Bhakti and give it as a gift even to the lowest persons. See, give that attraction to the name, to the pastimes and qualities of the Lord, so people can naturally absorb their mind there and burn up so many sins, and you will feel it, man. You're already feeling. Many of you say you feel unburdened when you're able to absorb your mind in Krishna out of love, loving prema and ecstasy, or whatever. Just not even that much. You feel yourself relieved of so many sins that are that are like holding you back. See? So this stuff that we're doing now is just incidental. It's killing the demons inside. It's all conditioning. The demons are conditioning. It's just that's all it is. It's this stuff, carried on from generations, from your family lines. That's just coming up and out and gone forever. That's it. So all of us, just more and more free. But isn't that amazing? That shows you. That's why I'll never stop preaching the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, because it's real. I see it every day. I see you guys, devotees. What kind of qualification does River have to ecstatically be attached to loving, reading these highest rasa books? In ecstasy with all the symptoms of prema, and what kind of qualification? That's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Mercy shows that I have half the credit, and the Lord has the other half. We split the deal here. We split our bounty. We split our treasure. Half my treasure belongs to me, and half belongs to Lord Chaitanya. My
Oh,
treasure.
so nice.
You guys are my jewels and treasure. I'm just here to collect treasures. You know. Hey man, I'm a person. You don't think I'm a person? What do you think? I'm a Mayavadi or something? I'm an eternal person, man. I live forever. It probably, these words will live forever, right? It's like Prabhupada. If he could say it, why couldn't I say it? I shall live forever in my words. Well, you don't think it's the
True,
same thing? You
true.
don't think I'm part of that family? Yeah, you guys are, acting like I am. Yeah, coming in every day, believing everything that comes out of this crazy guy's mouth, except the speculations, of course.
Oh, God.
Fanny says, sometimes I take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, but I don't mind continuing my message.
Uh,
Okay. message or
I know what she's talking about.
Yeah, it feels like that, but you really don't.
Okay.
Watch it.
I accept whatever you say.
Karuna's he's walking on eggshells. We're gonna crack. He's getting purified. You can tell when he's getting purified. Ah, let's see here. Okay. Yeah. So that's the amazing thing. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya, he doesn't wait for you to die to absorb your mind. He doesn't wait for you to die to absorb your mind in me. He wants to give you the ability now so that you can commune with him now. This is like Jesus. He gave the Holy Spirit, and he gave that later, after he resurrected, right? And then they got it. And then they literally, in their worship, they could commune with God. See, the sins have to come out of the way. It means the Lord has to take the veil away. That's why we cannot chant in ecstasy with that veil there. That's why, the cloud comes while you're getting still some purification. That's all. It's being dissipated. So there, the cloud will be no more. And then you'll just be more free, be more intimate, awe and reverence, out of the way, and all that. Yeah. Yeah. So you have rendered exceptional loving service to him. Yeah, there you go. Exceptional loving service. And so the Lord wants to give us that now so we can render this exceptional loving service, not like this, but really like get the embrace of the Lord real close. When you embrace is different. If you go and meet somebody, you shake their hand or you go, oh, yeah, hey, Prabhu, please accept my obeisance. That'd be a lot different than getting a warm affection embrace, right? It's more close. You're feeling the body of the person. You're really close to their body. Well, put that onto the spiritual bodies of the devotee and the Lord. See, they're spiritual. They react with a more deep experience of a quality of life, the pure life of God. See? So the Lord wants to give us that. But you have to come into the real line. I mean, people should logically think, okay, did I get this with Prabhupada? No, I don't see anybody. Did they get it with Narayan Maharaj? I haven't been impressed with anybody personally. They got some knowledge. Don't see if you confuse like study knowledge and memorization of the scriptures and following the rules and being austere and all that with what I'm talking about. Well, you're confused. Huh. See, these are you become the verses here. You become the real verse. Then I'm here to teach you what is the real standard. The real standard is it right there in front of everybody. But people's eyes are shut and they can't see that Lord Brahma said those who evince the symptoms of ecstasy, which we all know what those are. You see them and you hear we teach about them every day. Those who evince the symptoms of ecstasy, tears in the eyes, and on and on and on, are promoted to the kingdom of God. They do not take another birth. Even, now this is the clincher, even, he said this, so I'm just repeating. Brahma, Lord Brahma, even though they're not interested in austerities. See, those interested in austerities, well, they're still usually trying to attain Krishna by their austerities, by their renunciation. That's the Varnashram sannyas thing. You're trying to attain Krishna. Well, what if you just receive the gift? That's the way it is in Kali Yuga. You either receive the gift or you come in with the gift or you die without the gift. Because if you're following that path of austerities, renunciations to get the what is to be a gift, then you're barking on the many lifetime path that Narayan Raj taught and that ISKCON teaches. This is a gift. What you guys got is a gift to worship the Lord, even though we come from the lowest class and we're fallen souls and fools. Whoever accepts this preaching, because and put your logic. I'm just telling you what they did then. It's all in Chaitanya Charitamrita. These words they apply now. I'm just repeating the teachings of Lord Chaitanya that were taught in that book. Though you apply your logic here. Hey, Acharya Dave, Prem Parojana, all of you guys who I don't see the symptoms, and Radhanath, I do not see the symptoms in you of this kind of devotion. You come here for even 30 days sincerely and apply your logic, apply your knowledge, apply all your austerities to finding out what is here. You'll see the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is strikingly wonderful. It's a verse, Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 8. Adi Lila. Strikingly wonderful. You'll see the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. You see the symptoms of prema here. You see it in unqualified persons here. You see even our students bewildered because it's so fantastic. They can't believe it. They think a person like River is offensive for being a bitch. They don't know how God is seeing. And when God gives the gift, he's just looking at her. She has faith in Guru. Look, people got to see the essence. She has faith in Guru, man. She has faith in Krishna. She doesn't leave no matter how much shit she goes through, or confusion and all that. That's why Krishna gave himself to her. You were like that. If you just learn from her. Let her purify you by, yelling at you and calling you this and all kinds of names. And just know the real standard is the Lord is in her heart, man. Doesn't leave her now. Why you score? Why you support? Why you praise her? Because I praise the Lord. I would be an offender if I didn't praise the qualities of a devotee. What, I got to look at this stuff that's on the crust? Yeah. Why look at the crust when I could see my Lord there living inside her, Radha and Krishna? See, you don't pray, So then, see, this is what I just said, probably purifying a lot of people. I'm confused. Yeah, see, it's the old self. I teach you how God thinks. Thank God that God's showing me how he thinks, because, it helps me a lot. Then I can tolerate the job here. So I take half credit for what I just said. Yeah, I just share, what the Lord shows me, and I back it up with the scriptures. Look at Lord Chaitanya. Sanatan had the crust. The crust was all these pores, pus coming out of his pores and everything. And the Lord just embraced him, because he saw the inner qualities, not the external stuff. External can be in the subtle body too. The spiritual body is beyond the subtle of the subtle body, the material emotions in there. That's what the Lord, this is the gift, man. The Lord awakens in you. Radha and Krishna awaken in you amongst the beasts. That's that story of the birth of Christ in the barn. There was no room in the inn of these people, pious people are in, no room. They had to go to the farmers, see the low class persons. They said, oh yeah, go in the barn. There's a lot of beasts in there, But they said, well, we want to birth the Christ, Well, that's you. That's me. The Christ, the Krishna is born in us amongst a lot of the beasts inside, right? The beasts. need materials and all that. But the Lord says, "Oh, it's okay. Don't worry." And we just keep watering, hearing, chanting, remembering, and the beasts are kind of like subdued. See, all these stories are codes for how it shows up. When I hear the word house, I think of the body of the Lord. This is the best house. The best house for God, the house of God, you think is an external temple? No, it could be good if there's a lot of temples in the temples. That's the best temple. When you ever been to a temple that's dry, empty? I've been to many dry temples. They're almost like, there's no spirit in there. But you ever been in spirit-filled temples where people, not Vaishnavas is another thing, Christian temples where people have the real Holy Spirit. You feel the Spirit in the temple. See, because their temple is filled with the Spirit. They're the living God. See, the living God is love of God. If the love of God is not in us, that truth and that ecstasy, that bliss, and that truth, then you're a walking dead person. Jesus talked about this. Prabodhananda Saraswati made comments. If you don't get the mercy of Lord Caitanya said, which we preach every day, if you don't get the mercy of Lord Caitanya, you're just part of the walking dead. That's why I see these gurus and I see their followers. They're just blind people leading blind people. They're blind guides, just like Jesus said. Is that right or wrong? See? Is that true or false? See? That's this level of preaching. Most are not ready for that. No, they don't want to make the journey. Too arduous. Or is it? You got to make some journey in this world. You might as well make the best. This is the best journey you get. You couldn't pay enough money to get on this journey. You just have to get the mercy of the Lord to have faith in what we're doing. That's why I told that Nimai, you're lucky. Do you have faith in what we're doing? This is the Lord's mercy on you. Out of 99.9% of the Vaishnavas, they don't have faith in this. Even though this is the most truest thing they're ever going to experience in this life. But we're going to make a difference. You think the Lord is on a small mission here? No way, man. This is big stuff. We don't. This is an extravaganza. This is a Hollywood blockbuster, man. You don't come at a time like this. This is Bhagavatam material, man. This is Mahabharata on steroids. I'm telling you, man, big stuff here. There is never a time like this. Even the Bible's never was there a time like this. Such a battle of Kurukshetra. And we're the underdogs. Just a little band of people here. 17 people. And growing. We're growing our army of truth. Well, I don't know if it'll be as big as the Mahabharata thing, but we'll have a small Mahabharata. A small 10th canto, miniature size.
Well, you can see it growing.
Yeah.
From one, getting ready for everybody, all the other devotees to come, and growing, more powerful, more clear, more obstacles gone. It's just growing. I don't know either how much people come, but it's growing, and there will be more.
Yeah. It's a surprise. I like surprises. It's like a surprise birthday party practically every day. Somebody new is coming. And they just another birth of Krishna now. So, okay, you too have rendered exceptional loving service to him. Now, Lord Narayan, the super soul and the cause, the super soul of all and the cause of all existence. See, the cause of all existence. That's why you have to have this second birth. See, the super soul, the Lord in the heart, is the cause of all existence. But what kind of existence do people have? Usually material existence, or a demigod existence, a new age existence, my existence. What is the quality of your existence? What is your existence here? What do you radiate here? What do you bring forward here? What existence are you creating by your word, by your actions, by your deeds? What is your intention? See, you were creators, man, just like the Lord in that sense. But we're used by the Lord's energies to create. If I'm in the mode of passion and ignorance, I'm using the creative my existence. What is Klaus Schwab creating? Right? You see, he even says, I'm here. As long as he says, as long I listen, it was interesting. As long as I live, I'm creating, I'm shaping, I'm an artist. I'm shaping. He's just shaping the existence to be like a certain way. He wants the robots to come in, and what do you call automate everything. There's going to be no jobs for many people. So, oh well, we have to get rid of them. It's easier to kill them than it is to manage them. I mean, this their words. Better to easier to get rid of them, exterminate them in this way, that way, so many ways, than to manage them. We'll have a manageable amount, and then we'll have mostly the robots, and these people will be serfs, the Hunger Games society type thing. So he's shaping his word, his intention, that's what he's envisioning, visioning. See, so who is behind that? Well, the Lord in his indirect form. See, the modes of nature, that's the Lord. It's the Lord's energy in that level. See, passion, ignorance, and goodness, but it's all faulty. If you want to create that, and you get your little servants right behind you, you get everybody like in line with that. Usually, got to trick them and lie to them, right, and deceive them, because who the heck would want an existence like that? Or you're living like eating bugs. They got to promote it. I mean, that's their. Hey man, they want you to eat bugs. Can you imagine ants and
More.
this will be your food. This is their idea. And Bill Gates, fake meat, it's in that fake meat, seed oils. It's the stuff that causes inflammation. And nobody's buying it now. They don't want to buy it. It's already, see, they're doomed for failure ultimately, because nothing works perfect here. It's a lot of work. It's very hard. These guys, these demons, have been working on this for probably thousands of years for this time. Long time, man. They've been planning this and get everybody behind all that work, and it goes to nothing. Ultimately, they destroy themselves and those who follow them.
May I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember this one dream I had, Guruji. It's a long time ago. It was more in the beginning. Yeah. In this dream was you and me, and everybody around. They were all robots. All robots. No more human beings. We were the only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're already working on that with this injection. They want people to get as many. You notice it's all. I see their intentions so clear. It's like it's written all over their face, man. Biden keeps saying you got to the shots, shot. Everybody got to get shot. Everybody. Trudeau, shot. They really got to come up to and Australia, shot. They want everybody to have so many shots, and then they flip the switch. And that stuff, the graphene oxide reacts, and they already have it planned, and it makes you like a robot, more or less. Whoever survives it. Not everybody, a lot of people, they have sudden death syndrome. I put a video, why don't you guys come on Signal? Everybody come on Signal, and I share it there. I put one on there, the sudden death syndrome stuff and all these things. I mean, this is reality. What's happening? Otherwise, you're listening to the news, what people say, and you get bewildered by what the mainstream does. You got to know what's really accurately happening behind the scenes. And you should have if you're really making advancement here, your fear will be gone because you found the real path. You found the treasure of life. It doesn't matter what they do with the body. This is even better than the early Christians. When they found Christ and the Holy Spirit, they just went, whatever they did, it was gravy on top of it. Whoever they brought, they were fearless. And if you're not there yet, here, just keep staying around, and you will be. Why not? Because most of us are fearless. Many of them, I can't say most, many. You know, we, you know, this is the ultimate. This is the whole purpose for coming into the existence is to awaken our spiritual body, so we can relate to the transcendental Lord forever. And the gravy is to bring people on board with that. That's called preaching, which is natural. Yeah. And we just do that. It's just publicly, share and hey, you want to come on board? Are you scared enough by these people? Are you realize what they're doing to you, or are you just one of the sheeple still under there? So yeah, I mean, these things are going on, and yeah. All right. Yeah, the super soul and the cause of all existence. So that's why you see in chapter 1 of Adi Lila, it says, when you're ready to be delivered, like you guys are, most of you, as far as I can see, you get the bona fide spiritual master, who's the external manifestation of the super soul. See, they from the outside, they help cause this kind of existence. Where would you be if you didn't have a spiritual master like this? Would this existence be real for you? No, that's why you need the help. That's why poets they cannot compose enough poetry to glorify the debt we have to a spiritual master. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have Prabhupada's books. I wouldn't be preaching. I wouldn't be able to get over the obstacles. See, luckily I had the feeling already. I had it from the reading the verses in the Bible that awakened. So obviously I had this from the past. And it was enough to get over some of these obstacles that were in the way. Oh, Govinda. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Hey, it's Govinda. Yeah. So now we're moving down the road of this, creating this existence. See, this is the existence of the Lord. The Lord playing the flute, very spontaneous. He doesn't have he's not looking at any notes. It's just coming, from his love for the flute and the flute's love for him. This is all coming spontaneous. This is Vrindavan. This is the existence we're shaping here together. Not me alone, me and my Lord. The flute. This is the flute playing. This is like Carl Schwab, but very much nicer. This is win-win. That's only win for him and his friends, and lose for society because he's cut off from that feeling that oneness with people. My Lord causes you to have empathy and have the power. Not you don't to have a beautiful existence is by sharing this existence with others, to inviting more friends here, empowering others. That's win-win, man, not win-lose. That's the demons. They don't have the power to do this. They have the power to only win for themselves for a short time. It's always a short time for them. You notice in the Bhagavatam, it's never permanent, is it? Hiranyakashipu was taken down eventually by his own actions. Kamsa was taken down eventually it was only a short time. That's all. It's short-lived, everything. This is eternal, man. This will go on forever for you and for me and for all we bring into this family. Govinda knows, right? Hey, Govinda, will that devotee you're staying with come on live stream? So the great soul, who, although the original cause of everything, has a human-like form. Who knows that? Does any Christian know that? Well, it's Jesus. Well, yeah, but he also, that Lord comes also as Lord Ram and Krishna and Radha Krishna and Lord Chaitanya, different incarnations, human-like form. Because Krishna is he's the human like, he's not a swan, or a fish. Came as fish incarnation sometimes. Yeah. Can come in any war. This is the best one. Just like the human form is the best. The best. Better to be in this situation, better to be a human than a demigod. This is the best. Because we connect with Lord Chaitanya, who is the best of all incarnations. Perfect human form, complete Radha and Krishna combined. Yeah. See, Krishna came and there was Radha, but Krishna came alone. You see, so that's why. See, Uddhava he was enlightened up to the point that he had with relationship with Krishna and Krishna's devotees there, and he was the best. He was the best of them. But he didn't have any devotees there that were better than his worship. He was the best of the topmost. So the Lord sent him, I'm going to send him to my deeper devotees. He sends them to Vrindavan. See, you can only get this by association. That's why he says it's not by austerities, not by renunciation, not by pious deeds, not by regulative devotional service, not by mantra chanting, not by chanting Hare Krishna with all these offenses. Krishnadas Kaviraj said you can chant for millions of lifetimes and not attain the devotion of Vrindavan with offenses. It's through the devotees. This is a verse from illustrious verse, the perfect verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's through the devotees. Listen carefully, everybody. You also, you Radhanath, put your ear over here. Jai Pataka, all of you. Ooh, we really named the names, don't we? Who did we forget? David. Thank you for writing this great book, by the way. I'm preaching from his writing, but thank you very much. Yeah, this is how I pay you back. Give you a little spanking. Put your ear. Yeah. It's through the devotees who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. Ta-da! We have so many here. So many examples now. Through the devotees who chant the holy name in ecstasy, with the tears and the laughter. So many devotees doing that. And they're not even perfect external. Little crust still, the Lord, they still can do deliver. People get inspired by them, get ecstatic with their, so bring them onto the family. You guys are authorized to bring people into the family. Look at Paul, Peter. They had problems. They had their little crusts and all that, but they could bring people into the Holy Spirit family, Spirit-filled family, right? Well, you can do the same. Isn't that amazing? A lot of people are coming now because of your efforts. Because the Lord is in you. It's Him doing it, regardless of the crust. Confirms this. Whatever his condition may be, one who is engaged fully with his body, mind, and speech in the service of the Lord is liberated even within this body. Yeah, and that's, you need to put the feeling towards the words. When you're engaged fully, it's because of attraction. Otherwise, you're working on it, you're trying to attain. It's a kind of, I'll put my body and my mind into this, but there's all this repression on top. And I'm still trying to attain. See, but when you're engaged fully with your body, with your mind and your speech. Ecstasy, if you get the gift here, you're going to be there. Your body is going to be into it. Your mind is going to be into it. Your mind wants more of it because you got this bhakti lata bij, the attraction for the name of God, the attraction for serving the Lord by hearing, chanting, remembering. See, and then surrendering. You surrendering in this way. Now everything becomes natural, more and more natural. Okay? And you shed the unnatural part of you that identifies with the body as the self. Good verse there, Tom. Upon becoming fixed in this attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by the grace of the spiritual master. See, there you go. Isn't that true? Is you could say, okay, is Gohari bona fide? Well, is the verse true for you? Have you become attached to the Lord deeper? So it works here. So people can say all they want. You're in knowledge. They're not. They can say, oh, Gohari, my shoe, he's an acharya. Well, here's the verse, but no, you're off, man. You don't hear enough. And you can preach to them. You say, hey, man, come listen more. We may not follow it because they don't have faith. But you can read. See, that's why I say you just read the verses and see. Because if the Lord is really in me, these will come true. Because it's the Lord is these verses. If these verses are in a person, these are the deeds. This is what the Lord does. If God is really in there, then this will happen. You become attached. That's why even you're helping. The Lord is in many of you now, where you feel like the love of God in you, that pure prema. And people are becoming like that. You see, by the grace of the spiritual master, becoming fixed in this attachment. People become fixed. They look at your example. They say, wow, you're a real disciple, man. Look, you got the result of being a real disciple. You're happy in devotional service. You're not looking for name and fame or to be important. Even if you are a little bit, doesn't matter. The Lord's still not waiting for you to be perfect. That's all. You're just a work in progress. That's all. A little bit. No problem. He can still work through you. And by by the grace of the spiritual master, and by awakening knowledge and detachment. See, knowledge, how do you awaken knowledge? Well, that love of God has to awaken in you, right? By Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy. I give them the knowledge, real knowledge. You gotta have this loving ecstasy, otherwise you're half. You're not a whole. You're not a His Holiness. I'm tired of hearing these people saying His Holiness. Yeah, is the holiness awakened in them? Is real knowledge in them because of prem? Did they get Bhakti Lata Bij from Prabhupada or from their guru, from Jayapataka, from Radhanath, from Acharya Dev? Then they got real knowledge. I didn't see anybody get it from Narayan Raj yet. Not really. They get the knowledge first. They study and memorize, and then they can talk about the Leela and everything, but without the feeling coming up. Not like this, the ecstatic feeling, where you're laughing and crying and all that. And then you see people, they know there's something, they know that they got to appear like they got it. So it's raging inside. And I'm sorry, man. Why would any intelligent person believe that? Why would I surrender my life to? I mean, dude, I just being honest and clear. Why would I, if I have real intelligence, surrender to a guru who says, "Yes, I'm a," or he in fears? They'll probably never say I'm a devotee of Vrindavan, but I'll take the title of Acharya or spiritual master to bring you to Vrindavan. I'll take the title and I'll take your worship. I'll take your obeisances. I'll take your life and soul. I'll take all your money. And the best I'm going to do is I'm going to quote the verses, the knowledge that I've studied, and then I'll appear. Oh, you have no idea how ecstatic I am. I'm telling you, intelligent person. I'm surrendering with my intelligence, not without my intelligence. My intelligence says, hey, man, let's see something. I'm going to surrender my time, my energy, my money. It's intelligence to see that you are the real deal. You really can get me to Vrindavan. Right? Could you imagine? We're like a transcendental psychiatrist here. You come here, we'll put you on the couch. We'll analyze the situation clearly. This is from ecstatic worship. Krishna gives me, Lord Caitanya gives me all these ideas. I don't know. I think they're clear to me. You guys are all just, to me, that ain't knowledge. Prabhu, just be humble, I ain't here, be suppressed, Prabhu, be suppressed. Don't even think about my guru, Dave. I even look at their eyes. A lot of times they're holding their poor guys. I feel sorry for them. Don't you, Shamaguri? The poor people. They're all repressed, suppressed, depressed, lining up for their shots because Acharya Dev's, it's very good. Get your shot. Ooh. Ooh, Shama-san. All right. Ooh, Shama-san. Hello, Shama-san. Let's see. I have to do this here. I have to get Shama-san up here. Shama-san.
Oh, oh.
It's nice to have our irregulars. He's regular but irregular up here. It's nice. It's such a nice to see
you.
Irregular but connected all the time.
Yeah, I know. Anything you want to share with us? No.
I just jump in, I didn't listen on Facebook so much. I listened replay from yesterday, and so I didn't manage tune in, but it never lasts long time, It's for me, it's like, I don't know, 2 minutes of listening to you, and then I'm overwhelming immediately.
Really?
What can I say? No, I'm just in bliss, the Krishna is available. All the time, and he came back to me like 2 weeks ago and ate, and of course he stayed like more than ever before, and then the chant of my routine, and I have to say that I'm getting little symptoms, like hair standing, and I feel like my heart is expanding, and I feel joy, but in my case, it doesn't last long because it's overwhelming me, and I'm always to getting back. It's like I just leak a little bit, and it's like, ooh, and then I'm like, okay, enough. Yeah, I love it. Krishna is available. And he's very merciful. He's ultra merciful. Yeah. I ask for something and I'm getting this like faster than before, and then I'm listening from within. It works like this. It's about your faith. It's about your desire to take me in each area of your life. Don't be and it's always expanding. It's beautiful, and I can hear you more and understand more. And I listen to your replays, and I try to be, like aware and listen. And I feel the power of the spiritual vibration. And I also feel it's not easy, to be concentrated and to content. Yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful, Gurudev. It's beautiful sensations in my being. Feels like home. I feel unstoppable, you know. I don't give a fuck about anything. I don't lose helping me. And even when I'm busy, you know, he's always coming back, you know, like from nowhere, from nowhere. It's like 1 month of desert. I'm listening, but you know, I'm busy. And then he's coming and it's overwhelming and I have no choice. And it's always one question when he's thinking him, you really won't be with me in every time, you know, everywhere. You really want that I take you everywhere when I go with to everyone who I've spoke, and so on and so on. And yeah, it's amazing ride. It's amazing ride. And so blessed, lucky, happy. I feel eternal.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing how the Lord, He likes to be involved in our activities, whatever they are. You know, like Shama-san's has her activity, so he wants to go along. You know, this is real deity where you bring God along with you, the Lord. He's not even like God. He's like your most intimate friend that makes you ecstatic being around him. A good friend, you know.
Best friend. Best friend.
I remember when I used to go to the movies. You know, I would feel the Lord. He'd be with me, and I would remember. I remember I went to this movie. I saw this. It was with Robin Williams. It was called something with this goo. You know, this gooey stuff. I forgot what it is. It's some kind of goo thing. But anyway, he's a mad, like kind of mad scientist. You know, and he has this robot. And this robot loved him, you know, just loved him so much and helped him and everything. And I felt the love of God awake. I felt, oh, this is the way it is. This is, you know, this robot was like the Holy Spirit, you know, just always helping him and everything, you know, and just loved him so much, you know. And I felt so spiritually awakened and enlivened. And then I went home and I told my ex-wife, Premaniti, I says, oh, you know, I watched this movie and it was so fantastic, man. I felt the love of God awaken about this. It was in the robot, you know, relationship with her, with who she was serving. You know, it was kind of had a female voice. It was just a thing that flew around, you know. And she looked at me and she lost faith completely. Just that was part of it, you know, the stuff like that. She couldn't understand how that could be. For her, it's only Krishna and Radha, you know, the pictures, you know, couldn't see. And she was, oh, that's not right. Oh, and see, it was kind of stuff like that, you know, she couldn't get it, how things can remind you of Krishna, you know, and yeah, so, yeah. Matter of fact, you know, this shows like there is a story in Saints of Raj, actually, where this saint, you know, he had the love of God. He had love of God. He was like a more of a Manjari type, you know, or not Manjari, but a gopi, a friend of Krishna, type thing, that kind of very high mood. And so anyway, this wealthy person, Raj they call him. He was like a king and stuff like this. Wanted to do service to this Vaishnava. But he says, you know, I really can't because I don't take service from kings. You know, it's just, he was kind of a renounced dude, you know, don't take service. But he kept pestering, you gotta do something. I gotta do something for you. I gotta do something for you. And so finally the saint relented. He said, okay, bring your most beautiful queen to me. And I just want to look at her. That's it. I said, really? I said, yeah, just do that. And he did. He brought his most beautiful, no, wife, not just, yeah, like wife queen, you know, bring your most beautiful queen. I just want to look. So they did this, and they put like they made so nobody else could look because they didn't want to, you know how these kings are. They only want them to see them. So anyway, he did that, and so they're looking, He's looking with this cloth over them. He's looking for, it goes on for 3 hours and nobody's moving. Nobody in there. Nobody can see what's going on. And finally the king says, take the cloth away, And so anyway, he took the cloth away and both were just transfixed in each other. And then the king started to get all kinds of speculations. What's going on here? What is this? How can he be a saint? He's attracted to my wife and all this stuff, and all this. And they took him away, and he's still in ecstasy. He's like, in this ecstatic state. And so was the king's wife. The wife was speechless for hours because she was infused with the bhakti of the devotee. And so anyway, when she came out of the trance, she was a saint. She became a saint, literally, just from that looking at the devotee so intently. And so anyway, that's the secret, this thing. And then later, the king thought, oh, okay, I see, it's a spiritual thing. There's no fault in that. You're not after my wife. So anyway, okay, back. Who's that? Let's see who this is here. Oh, Govinda. Okay, back here, Govinda. So what pious deeds could still be required of you? See, there's nothing you need to be pious. Once you have the love of God, your loving attitude towards Krishna means everything to the Lord. There's no pious deeds, and that's, sometimes there's some traces of that in devotees here, even though they're ecstatic. The Lord ain't waiting for you to be, like even free of that obstacle now of being good. See, that's why some devotees here, like Sachi had this thing. Well, let's see. Anyway, some devotees may have this thing, traces of feeling that they need to be good to advance or something, or to be to please even their guru. No, what pious deed? You don't have to. That's the goody two shoes path. You don't need that anymore. You're an ecstatic devotee. If you're like that. Your loving attitude towards Krishna is everything that is required. That is all that is required in the eyes of Krishna. That's why at that point it's only projection that I'm not pleased with anybody here that's an ecstatic. Hey man, I'm more than pleased with you. If that comes up that I'm not pleased with you, it's just something that's being worked out, and you'll be all the better for it. You'll be more free of that. You'll be conclusive. This is conclusive. See, what more? See, this verse is conclusive. Are you that, or you still think you gotta please the guru? What? If you please Krishna, how can you not be pleasing me? Pleasing Krishna really is becoming an ecstatic devotee. Like I could say, oh, Shama-san, you should come here more. You should do this. You should do that. Hey, her loving attitude towards Krishna is it pleases Krishna and pleases me automatically. Why wouldn't it? This is the ultimate, man. This is why there is no duty for those who actually worship the Lord in ecstasy. All you have to do is go on doing that. All will be well and worked out. Go ahead there, Shama-san.
Guru Maharaj, I just wanted to say that it happened to me a few times when I tune into your lectures and when I was very regular, and then I neglected my material duties because I just lost the taste. When I feel this wave of this vibration, like it's really distributing through my body, then I lose the taste immediately, and I was not able to execute my stuff. This is the first thing which really bothered me. The second thing,
Well, first thing I want to get clear on the first thing again. I still don't. What do you lost the taste for what?
For everything, for boyfriends,
you
to
lost the taste
work,
for the material level. Okay. All right.
So this is one thing which I blocked. And the second thing, when I was regular and listening and releasing,
Okay,
then
which you blocked. What do you mean you blocked? You blocked.
I didn't want to develop the bhakti
Yes,
because I was
yes.
losing the taste like completely to material, and I don't want to lose it. I want to move, I have my goals. And the second, what I noticed when I was listening regularly and developing the taste and flying and everything, then I was developing such a love to you and to some devotees. Felt like panic that I will lose you one day, that I will lose you one day. So I also block it because for me, it's better to have a distance and to not feel those stuff which I do with. I always reach the point and I ask the Krishna, and now, what now? So yeah, there was like I feel like it's some blockage in my consciousness, I cannot skip it right now.
Yeah. So you're going as fast as you can go, in an integrated way. It looks like. Yeah. And you'll never lose when you love Guru and the Vaishnavas. That love is forever, even if their body disappears. Matter of fact, that love is great because when they do disappear, it stays with you. That was the teaching. That's what Lord Caitanya. They were also afraid, Lord, and with Jesus also. When Jesus said, "I'm going to go away," and they said, "Well, you go away, then our love's going to go away." They're thinking, but it didn't. It increased actually. It's the same thing with the gopis. When Krishna went away, they thought their love was going to go away because Krishna's going, but it didn't. It increased. The same thing when Lord Caitanya, when he took sannyas and he went away for 6 years. They thought their love is going to go away. They're going to lose it. And the Lord said, "No, I'll never leave you because you're attached to me. Therefore, I'll always come back to you." Go ahead there.
Yeah, but those feelings which arise, what I talked about, it was like I literally feel that I'm not able to content this,
Containing.
content that I cannot
Contain. I think contain.
maybe contain. Like I cannot hold it in me.
Yeah, contain.
Yeah.
Integrate.
No. Contain. Contain. You can't contain it inside. Keep it
exactly.
inside.
This is what I'm getting. Yeah.
Oh wow. Where would it go? Who knows?
Yeah.
maybe when you get all your things that you got in order and you can just kick back for take a month off or something. And
It's
yeah.
I'm really getting there with help of this blessing. I'm getting there. I think I need 1 or 2 years maximal, and I will be free from this all bullshit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Good. Good. Govinda, any words? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm in a treasure chest of here, staying with Prahlad, who has an amazing library of devotional literature. I'm plundering his treasure chest of so many wonderful devotional books, from Mirabai to so many. I'm in transcendental awe, having a wonderful time here, just sharing together, sharing. And I will share on what you were sharing, because we were similarly sharing the same time. about music. Also, Prahlad's really into ambient music, and I also used to be, but he's a real connoisseur of ambient music and devotional literature. So sharing how he was hearing about Radhika in this song I've posted on my timeline that River appreciated. So we hear Krishna everywhere, Radhika, and people don't maybe not see that because they have this idea. A devotee just likes devotional music in this way, but actually Radha Krishna, like being with you, I can see in films that we've been together at Rivers and with Pani and Cage, Krishna's everywhere. He's showing, especially at this time in all the different films, he's just active everywhere. And when we get attached to the devotional Krishna and his devotees, your words, the poetry of these wonderful saints, we're so fortunate to have so much wealth of the literature that the demons are unable to cover up. They're having a good job, but it's just a little fraction that they're covering. They're covering a little fraction. We have such a wealth, and it's amazing. The sun is shining in the northwest, which has been quite unusual for the last days, because this is a real. They hit this hard with planes, and their chemtrail filth. They hit it hard, but the sun's shining through, and the association I have here is amazing. Prahlad's a bit reserved to come on camera, but we're having a great time, and is an amazing devotee. To listen to devotees' journey has really helped me. Great association. It's amazing.
Yeah. I remember he came. He writes me sometimes and says he likes the preaching I do. At first, he had problems with it some years ago, but it seems like now he seems to like it. He says it's better than a lot of the stuff he hears in ISKCON and stuff like that. So that shows you it's because I think he was a Rhythmic. Is he a Rhythmic type?
I would say he's much broader than that. He's really much broader than.
Broader than
he's much broader than that. He was actually, although he has association everywhere, that time when you was over getting your visa renewed in Thailand, and people were making these false allegations, he was standing up for you and saying, "Hey, hold on a minute, this is going too far now." He had, he's an honest guy. He likes to see the truth shine through. I couldn't put him in any box. He introduced me to so much Rasic literature. Some of it of just
That's great. It's good. You got a new. It's nice to associate with different devotees.
Yeah, it really is. I think we'll have a continuing relationship, and something will blossom and flourish. In what way, I don't know, but already it has actually, in that he had association with Paradas. Paradas kind of stumbled into a service that Prahlad, that he felt just in his heart to do, of doing the parikram around Vrindavan with Prabhupada deity and playing Prabhupada. That desire of Prabhupada, which was actually mercy to the poisoners, he was giving them an opportunity in his out of his causeless mercy to say to them, well, I want to be taken around Vrindavan, better to be killed by Rama than Ravana. So Prahlad did service, and actually Paradas over in Manchester stumbled into that and did that service. So we have some connection that's very transcendental. There's a divine arrangement going on. I think we're both kind of aware of it. It's great. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, well, great. Thank you. All right, so let's read a little bit more. Thanks, Prahlad, for housing Govinda there. So, text 34. Infallible Krishna, the Lord of the devotees, will soon return to Vraj to satisfy his parents. Infallible Krishna, the Lord of the devotees. I love that, the Lord of the devotees. Wouldn't it be nice to have such a Lord? Yes, sorry, Ram. Sorry, Saram. Welcome there, my friend. Yeah, yeah. So let's see. Let's do like this. I think there's so many people here. Got to do it like this. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So the Lord, the Krishna is the Lord of the devotees. So you got to become a devotee, and you got people got to know who Krishna is. Krishna is Satchidananda. See, he's eternal, and he's full of bliss, and he's full of knowledge. See, so you got to be full of bliss and ecstasy and rapture to have this knowledge, because it purifies us. That's one of the God, yeah. That's one of the way to know the Lord is we have to be purified first. So the ecstatic love has to awaken. Yeah, and that's why there's also that purification of the old self. The demons inside have to be, extricated, uh, um, kind of, just kind of, moved away, so you can feel that love, and that bliss, and then the knowledge automatically. And then you look at the scripture. And then the Lord shows you, because of that love, you understand Krishna. It's like that verse in chapter 1 of Adi Lila. Krishna's looking at Radharani's love. He says, wow, look, because of Radharani's love, she knows so much about me, even more than I know about myself. She ascertains all that because of the strength of her love. See, people need to look in terms of the strength of a person's devotion and ecstasy and love. That means that person's going to be more knowledgeable. See, Bhagavad Gita 10:10 always comes back to that pivot point. This is the next stage for the devotees. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, you know how many times I repeat this, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, ask Karuna. Yeah, but it's all about that. To be led to the next stage, you need shiksha, and that guru is Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. That's why you guys are all becoming Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. See, your loving ecstasy is awakening, therefore your knowledge is awakening. That's why you can understand my words. You'll understand why, come on, I'm getting tired of this, Karuna. You're interrupting my preaching now. Okay, great. You listened for once. Great. Yeah. Lord Caitanya said who is it? Sanatan, who wanted to hear the Atmaram verse. He said, I want to hear your explanation of the Atmaram verse that you told Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And Lord Caitanya said, well, he's one madman, I'm one madman, and he's another. So therefore he took my words as truth. See, they were both transcendentally mad on ecstatic worship. That's why people think we're mad here. They think we're crazy. But we're the most sane people in the world, because our sanity is coming back because of ecstatic worship. This loving ecstasy is making us sane. Safe and sane. You ever heard that term? It's safe and sane. Fireworks are safe and sane. Yeah, these kind of fireworks. Your love of Krishna causes the fireworks, man. See, they're safe and sane. Now you become sane and you become safe because you got your spiritual body, and now you're destined for immortality. This is the teaching the Vaishnavas need. This is the teaching Christians need. This is the teaching the world needs. This is for the demons. This is for the demigods, for everybody. Isn't it amazing? We got a message for everybody. That's why Krishna doesn't block this. This is Lord Chaitanya's style, man. He wants everybody. This is a message for everybody. This is a message for those who are against it. You notice our message is getting even more palatable for these gurus. After a while, they say, it doesn't look like he's really against me. It's getting more refined. We're getting more purified, all of us. After a while, this is the everybody, even Carl Schwab, he says, I think that new world order that you're shaping here, you and your invisible Lord there shaping. I think this is going to be a better deal for all of us. What, I can get immortality? Yes, Carl, you can get immortality this way. You mean I can get more wealth than I have? Yes, you can have more wealth. You can be more wealth. You get wealth that money can't buy. You mean I can have the most control, the ultimate control that anybody can ever get? Yes, Carl, Mr. Schwab. You can get control of the Lord who created it all the universes. You mean I can be immortal? Yes, Carl, and everybody else, all your friends. Come on board. Come into this kingdom. Come into the true new world order. Okay? For good for everybody. Why wouldn't anybody want the ultimate happiness, the ultimate purification, the ultimate inspiration, the ultimate treasure, the ultimate goal, universal goal for all beings, even whether they know it or not? Things that you could dream of and you can't dream of, you haven't entered your mind yet, are here. Here in this Sangha, man. Ever fresh, ever expanding. True renewable. You mean this is green? Yes, this is going green. Our branch on Chaitanya tree is green and getting greener and lush every day. This is renewable energy that people are looking for. The wind, see, they think wind energy, right? But the wind, it stops sometimes. But this never stops. This is always ever fresh, man. Renewable energy, renewable life. This life never stops. It's eternal. Yeah, the body, it comes and goes, but we got a spiritual body under this already. You can tell, because if you can move your tongue going Hare Krishna in ecstasy, you got a spiritual body. You're free. Hey, you develop the real body, the one that is our immortal body. Otherwise, you haven't developed that. You can work out in the gym, get all these big muscles and impress the girls or the guys, but that's all. It's superficial. That body, after a while, it's going to go in the ground. And okay, you worked it out. You felt good. Well, you're in the mode of goodness. You feel good because you're, working out and all that. That's good. Okay, but don't stop there. Work out the spiritual body. You come here, we'll work that out, man. Come to the brain gym. No, this is spirit gym, man. Come to the spirit gym. Come. Just go Haridas as your bhakti coach, trainer, personal trainer. Everybody right there, like Shama-san. She's a personal trainer for these people coming to her yoga classes. Personal trainer. So we personally train. I personally train the trainers. That's what I'm here to do. We make personal trainers. When you come on this board, you become a personal trainer too for people's spirit. I mean, Shama-san's got the best deal. She's an intelligent devotee, man. She comes, she works her body out, and she works her spirit body out. She's going to be the best preacher in the world, man. She gets all levels, body, spirit, and mind. This is the youth, the young generation here.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass this on, man. This is my legacy. This is my, people are thinking they want to make wealth, like these people into the wealth. Well, I want to, work on my ass off to get my wealth, and I want to pass it on to my kids. And I'm thinking, boy, what a joke that is. Pass on material wealth. I think, no, I just want to have fun, man. Just to enjoy serving Krishna in ecstasy, man, and pass this wealth on to make more ecstatic devotees, man. Have fun, man. Bring Vrindavan. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. Make it a new Vrindavan here, not that one over there in Virginia, man. We know it went on over there, don't we? They couldn't perfect that Vrindavan. We're perfecting the real. This is the real new Vrindavan. You ISKCON devotees, you want the new Vrindavan? Here it is, man. You're it. We'll make you the new Vrindavan, man. Wherever you move is Vrindavan. Because you chant in ecstasy. You have that bliss. You carry the Lord with you. You give darshan to everybody out there. Having killed Kamsa, the enemy of the Yadus, in the wrestling arena. Oh, infallible Krishna, the Lord of the devotees, will soon return to Vraj and satisfy his parents. And he was doing that too. Let's see, maybe we can do it like this. Let's see. Yeah. So the Lord was satisfying his parents. When they think of him with loving ecstasy, he would appear there. Lord Caitanya showed that when he told Jagadananda, go and see my parent, go see my mother, and tell her that every day when she cooks for me with love, this loving thinking of, oh, my Nimai loves this food like this, a loving feeling like this, that I go there and I eat every day. See, he eats that devotion, man. See, go and tell her that I go there every day. This is what the Lord wanted me, because she sometimes feels it but thinks it's a dream. You ever kind of think that, like, no, it couldn't be this good. This is why I come here every day, because the Lord, even though I don't see him physically per se, but I know he's here. I know he's come here to satisfy me. Don't you? Do you feel that also? That's why we come here. We come to be satisfied. Because the Lord comes here, because we get together and talk about him. He always wants to know, oh, they're talking about me. You ever hear that? You people, they're talking about you. You want to go and listen? Find out what they're saying? Well, I always like that. Especially when you talk about him with loving bliss and ecstasy. He wants to come and listen, find out what's going on over there. And just by him coming, everything is perfect, because he's Mr. Perfect. What are you going to do? We're just here to promote Mr. Perfect, Mr. and Mrs. Perfect. Mr. and Mrs. Right. Okay? See? What is right? Come in Sadhu Sangha. There's nothing more right than that. What's right and what's wrong? What's right is come to Sadhu Sangha and get the mercy of Lord Caitanya here and perfect your life and overcome the birth and death, be liberated and in devotion to Krishna forever. That's right. What's wrong? Going everywhere else. Anywhere else that's not like this. See, we come here to teach people what's really right and wrong. Okay? This is the supreme right and wrong. You're wrong if you're going where you can't develop your eternal relationship in this life quickly, much less even could be in a moment for some people. That's wrong. That means every other path is, in a sense, wrong. I don't care if you're not qualified to understand this path or understand what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. You're still doing the wrong thing when this is here. This is the only right thing to hear. If you can't preach and show and demonstrate what you're saying of delivering people quickly, okay, then you're on the wrong path. Doesn't matter. I can't help it that people are less intelligent and want to follow the wrong path or lesser path or inferior paths. I can't do anything about that, but I can tell you the truth. That's wrong. And that's why you'll take another birth unless you develop your love of God in this life. That opportunity is here. I'm not a megalomaniac. I'm just telling you the truth, man. That's all wrong. If you're really intelligent, you'll know what I'm saying. That's wrong. And this is right. Why? Because you get the ultimate result. You get it quickly. The mercy of Lord Caitanya is here, and that is the only meaning for one advancing in spiritual life, is that mercy, and it's here. I didn't see it amongst the Radhakund Babajis, Narayan Raj, ISKCON, or Gaudiya Math, or the Christians, or anywhere in the world, but here. I dare you guys, anybody, defeat these conclusions. I know they sound insane to you guys following the wrong path. I'm here to teach right from wrong. Isn't that what the father and mother do? They teach you right from wrong. Well, you have material parents. They teach you in the modes what is right and wrong. Yeah, good, being a good person and moral and all that's right? And the immoral is wrong. So I got to teach you the ultimate morality. See? Go through the narrow gate. The narrow gate is the devotees who have realized their true identity and God's identity. That's right. Everything else is wrong. You see why this teaching is postgraduate? This is why Lord Caitanya chastised Mukunda. Mukunda was going, every path he would go and he associated with different devotees. You're on a very nice. Yeah, I gave honor. See, the Bhagavad Gita, all paths lie upon me like pearls on a string, right? And Lord Caitanya said, what are you talking about? Why are you not preaching bhakti here? Why don't you stand up for this path as the real path, man? Why should you just say, you're on the, you're one, just keep on doing that path there? Why don't you give people the opportunity to come to bhakti, the ultimate path, the ultimate truth? Why wouldn't you? That's why I give the Vaidis, I give the gurus an opportunity. Hey, man, I can't help it if you're less intelligent, don't understand what I'm talking about. But if you do, if there's one of you that does, many thousands will be saved because they follow you. I'm not lying. I'm just telling you what the Lord is showing me, and I confirm it in the books. That's why I can do this preaching now. Prabhupada wrote these books for our preaching here. So we can convince people about what? The fabulous mercy of Lord Caitanya. The most extraordinary gift to this world. And it's in the palm of our hands. And we take that mercy like a ball of light and throw it into the field and say, play ball. Watch out, you get hit. That's a hard ball. It's a hard ball. You can knock out Maya, man. Watch out. It'll knock it right out of you, man. Having killed Kamsa, see, we also do that also. The kill Kamsa in us, Incidental activity we got to do. The enemy of the Yadus in the wrestling arena. See, Krishna killed Kamsa in the wrestling arena. You notice that? You notice yourselves wrestling with that Kamsa inside. It's a kind of a wrestling match, isn't it? But Krishna kills it, right? You're chanting, you're associating with devotees. Okay? Krishna kills the Kamsa. You're wrestling. You just keep taking shelter. That's why when people are going through stuff, I keep saying, just keep taking shelter. Keep hearing, Krishna will kill that demon inside. You're wrestling right now. You're in a wrestling match. Don't worry. Just keep taking shelter of Krishna, and he will protect his devotees, which you are. He'll get you through your conditioning, which is the Kamsa. It's a materialistic part, the mode of goodness and passion and ignorance part. So that your devotion can be pure. You can be so with Krishna that the Kamsas just bounce off. The mode of goodness even bounces off you. You're not interested. Just like you see me, hard-hearted, go hard, can care less about the mode of goodness. I find it a little useful for keeping the body. Like I'm regulated, I try as much as possible. I'm not like Tom, I try to eat regularly in certain things and at certain times and like that. Keep on a schedule for the body. To keep it regular. Tom's thinking deeply about this.
I was trying to make my point all the time.
Oh yeah.
I have another point. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
I know. I'm making my point too.
Yes. So, is there some space to make my point?
My point is usually a poke. That's what I get faulted a lot. When I point, I make a point. People say, "Oh, ow!"
Yeah, that's provocative and also promoting. You explained. I said provocative. You said I'm promoting.
Provoking.
Good.
Watch out for this. It's dangerous. Curveball sometimes it goes in. It looks straight, right? I can protect myself from that, and then it goes.
So point one. This irregularity of me. It comes from enthusiasm, and it comes from transcendental enthusiasm, and then the material movements they do not interest me anymore. So that's why
Okay.
I become irregular, spontaneous. That's another name for irregular.
Yeah.
I'm
So you just keep checking that, and as long as it works for you, then it's fine.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy, very happy, increasingly happy.
Yeah.
My happiness is now coming from this transcendental Satchidananda. So it's not dependent from material rhythms and things going on and off.
Yeah. Good. Excellent.
Yeah, and the other original point was about this integration. When Shamasan, she was speaking, and then you replied, "Yeah, you have to. It's good to integrate."
Yeah, she knows that. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So this integration, I was focusing and diving into that, and I found Prabhupada, he was also talking about this, and he found some challenges
Mhm.
that there was this point that people, they kind of feel that they lose ground if they they have these habits, like they are doing this meat eating factoring. Yeah, they have this. Prabhupada talked about that.
Yeah. You know what?
They,
Let's go into this. Let's go into this later. I'm kind of into this. I just want to read the verses a little bit more.
okay,
A little
I
bit
make
later.
that point later. Okay.
Yeah, make the point later. Okay. Yeah, he will soon return to Vraj to satisfy his parents. Having killed Kamsa, the enemy of the Yadus. See, this is a thing. If you want Krishna in his true form to come back to you every day, you got to become a real devotee. Otherwise, you're always trying to get Krishna. You're trying to attain Krishna. You got to chant 1 lakh to attain Krishna. And you do this. Yeah, someday I'm going to attain Krishna. See, you're still striving to attain Krishna. This was the pollution that entered our disciplic line. After the disappearance of Lord Caitanya, in the line came these people trying to attain Krishna. The devotees had already attained Krishna. So they separated themselves from the austerity buffs who are trying to attain. They thought this is the right way. See, they had a new opinion, a different opinion. And the Vaishnavas are a bit shy, and they thought, well, you know what to do, let them, and we'll go off on our own. and worship on our own. We're in a sense doing that too. So if the Vaishnavas want to advance in their spiritual life, they need to come here because we're aloof from that. We have to be, but not so aloof. I mean, we're inviting. This is an invitation. That's why I keep looking over there. I say, hey man, anybody over there? We're inviting you. Do you want to go to the next stage? This is how you do it. You need shiksha. You need to see that this is. You want Krishna to come back to you like he comes back to us, or are you satisfied with you just worshiping in ceremonies and all of that, and nobody sees the symptoms of Krishna coming back to you? I mean, not really strong. This is the Krishna comes back to us because of the strength of this bhakti and this love in such a way that shows the world ecstatic symptoms. That how wonderful it is to have this divine love affair with God forever. Where do you see this? They don't see it anywhere. They didn't see it that's why nobody knows. They didn't see it amongst Narayan Raj group. They don't see it in Gaudiya Math or amongst the ISKCON. They don't see it amongst the Krishnans explained properly like this. If Krishna, who wouldn't want Krishna to come back so much? Your heart fills with love for that transcendental Lord. And now your eternal relationship is established in here because you got a bona fide Shiksha guru bringing you to that point. I haven't taken Shamaguri's relationship with Prabhupada away, only enhanced it. Only you not start to understand the deeper level of Prabhupada, right? It's not like I'm saying that's why Janaki feels like that. You were all connected with Prabhupada like that. See?
Stronger than ever.
What? More than ever, yeah. I mean, that's
stronger than ever. Yeah.
Stronger than ever, yeah. Yeah. Because if you really knew Prabhupada, you'd be like this. This is what Prabhupada was like in his room when he was in ecstatically worship. He didn't show you often. And those who did see, they happened to go in there, they became ecstatic for a time. But they didn't get enough of it. Like you guys, you get it every day. You get to see this. Now you getting these symptoms and doing your classes. It becomes more and more beautiful. See, having killed Kamsa, the enemy of Yadus, in the wrestling arena. See, before Kamsa had to be killed in you. You had to do all kinds of austerities and everything before Krishna would come to you. The Lord has made it a lot easier. I ain't going to wait for you to be perfect. You just come in this line. This is the real line. This is Lord Caitanya and the Parampara's next work. This is the work, man. This is where you're going. This is the will of Lord Caitanya. The will of Krishna is everybody come here. You see how it's the will of Krishna? It's the will of Krishna. It always was the will. Krishna came here to give spontaneous devotion. Well, we're doing that, so this is the will of Krishna. You can check it in the book there, Acharya Dave and Radhanath. This is the will of Krishna. I like to be personal. Name your names. Maybe you'll come and listen. Oh, he's talking about me? Yeah, come listen. Come listen. Come listen. This is the will of Krishna. This is the will of Lord Caitanya, is that spontaneous devotion be preached in this world. And we're doing it, my friends. I got to repeat the same message. We're doing the will of Krishna. And what is the will of Krishna? That everybody take to this. What do you think Jesus was talking about? It's the same principle. When this disciple came and said, your mother wants to talk to you. Your mother wants to talk to you. And Jesus used it to bring this point, preaching point. He put up his danda and said, see, he had a danda also. And he said, who is my mother? Who is my friend? Who is my brother? Those who do the will of God. Well, were the Pharisees doing the will of God? Yes and no. They're doing the will of the modes of nature.
But the real will of God was to get the Holy Spirit. That was the message for the world. Whoever didn't mean, you less intelligent, you think, well, I don't believe in Jesus, man. I'm going to go and follow the Pharisee Brahmin path and austerity. So again, Jesus can't help it that you're stupid. You're still less intelligent to not believe in the word coming from a real emissary from the spiritual world. It's not his fault that you can't understand the message. So you go and follow the Pharisees or astrologers or psychics or the politics or whatever path are pearls on the string of the Lord. They're not very pearly, believe me. Only the supreme pearl, this devotion to God, is the real pearl of great price. Boy, that's good, Lord, man. We preach good. We preach good. That's false ego. Go hard. No. I said we preach. I'm not taking full credit. I'm taking half credit. The axe needs a handle, right? I'm just the handle. The axe is what you hear, man. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. That's the kind of word you're hearing. The axe word. It just hacks up illusions. Hacks up the illusions of gurus, so-called acharyas, false prophets, all of them. We hack them up. We beat them over the head with our danda of truth. I see laughing at my jokes. I like it. You see, I do. Hey, Kamalakanta, you see, there are jokes here. We do tell jokes. See, and people do laugh. Maybe not you
it's
all.
all nectar. It's nectar, pure nectar. I'm hearing here, pure nectar.
You like our comedy show, huh? Hey, Lord, they like it. That's good. Let's give them some more.
Oh my Lord, oh my Lord, oh my Lord.
I can hear it. Encore. Okay. I'll give a little bit more while I can. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do. O most fortunate ones, do not lament. You will see Krishna again very soon. Do not lament. No, it's the greatest thing they can do is lament. That's the only reason Krishna comes back. I don't know. Charyadev probably didn't notice that when he translated the verse. Do not lament? Are you kidding? That's the only reason Krishna comes back, is because of their lamenting and their pining for him. Krishna told Uddhava. Uddhava says, you must go see the gopis. Their hearts are pining for you. He says, that's the only reason I come back to them. You go and give them the message that they're the most fortunate persons in the world because of their hearts and their crying for me and everything. That is the only reason I come back to them, even though I don't have to take the trouble to go over and walk over there to Vrindavan. I just look over there and I give them my mercy. I give them myself. They've attained myself. It is their desire for me that brings me back again and again. That's the whole point. Why the devotees are not fully liberated in ISKCON or all these groups, because their hearts are not pining for Krishna. See? We're here to perfect that, to finish the work that Prabhupada started, that Bhaktisiddhanta started, that Narayan Maharaj started. All of them, they've started. So that your heart really pines for the Lord and he comes back. And how do we know? We need proof. Proof of work. God's work. Proof of God's works is what? Tears, laughter, shaking, trembling. The symptoms of true love. The awakening of the spiritual body. Oh, most fortunate ones. See, please lament some more. Oh, most fortunate ones. That's what I would put the verse. Oh, see, the real truth is, oh, fortunate ones, please lament some more. Because Krishna will come back even sooner. And their lamentation is ecstatic. See, people think, why would anybody want to lament? Because when I lament, it's pain. See, pain is a material ras. It's a material ras. Oh, my dog died, or my cat disappeared. Oh, lamentation, right? It's painful. Nobody likes that. That's why you think of the devotees lamenting for God, or you see some devotees and crying, oh Lord, like that. You think, oh, they're miserable. No, it's different. See, they're lamenting with the spirit. This is spirit relation. Lamenting brings God back. Without that, and it's even the lamentation is an ecstatic state. This is all you can get. Where are you going to get this? Where else can you get? Who even thinks about it? Who even has thoughts about these things? And any of these gurus ever think this way, or feel this way, or feel this way? Therefore, they can think this way. Not even one. Oh, please lament some more, then Lord will come back even quicker. He cannot tolerate the distress of his devotees. But the distress of his devotees is a great ecstatic stage. It's so wonderful. Lord Krishna wanted to come and experience this separation from Krishna and this lamentation so he could relish what Radha relishes and the devotees relish in their separation. You will see Krishna again very soon. You bet your booty they're going to see Krishna very soon. It is a no-brainer. It is absolutely true. And without it, you will not. That's why if you Vaishnava, you call yourselves Vaishnava, I say you're still wanting to be. You're still a boss if you don't have these moods, man. You're still a semblance of a devotee. Devotee means devotion. And devotion means lamentation for Krishna. You got taste for Krishna. You have union for Krishna. Cause automatic separation. Automatic, the lotus closes and you're like, open, Lord, come so that I can love you and meet with you. See, the lotus, when it is closed, see, it's closed, right? At night, it's closed. And then it yearns and it opens and embraces the sun. See, ooh, union. Ooh, separation. See, everything is showing Krishna, the relationship with Krishna between him and his devotees. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's the real life. Krishna and Krishna's devotees. It's the only meaning. And Lord Chaitanya's mercy through here is the only meaning for one advance in the spiritual life. If you don't get such a teaching, where do you see such a teaching? Where you see such realizations? Where you see such devotional experiences? See? Nowhere. Therefore, this is the place to come. Why wouldn't you want that, the highest relationship? You got to be insane not to. Why wouldn't you want to be liberated eternally in the highest palace called Vrindavan? The greatest room in the kingdom of God. Can you imagine having Radha and Krishna as your intimate friends? Not even the angels have this, I'm telling you, man. The angels, all they see is what Jesus showed me. There is no personal form in there. They're just, God is everywhere. You see that form. I know, I saw it. Everywhere in every little thing. Yeah, it's wonderful. But this attracts even Krishna, this stuff, Vrindavan. He doesn't even think of that. Oh, that form. Okay, that form is just let it be. His mind is in Vrindavan. My mind never leaves Vrindavan, Krishna said. I want to be intimate and close with my friend. I want them as friends. Just like here, we have friends, we have family. Well, Vrindavan is the antithesis of that, the opposite in spirit form, the spiritual perfection. That's why only here can you learn that. Here you have families, here you have friends. Here you have dogs and cats and animals and pets and nature. Well, that's a reflection of the ultimate nature. And you can have that in the spiritual body. Even here, we taste this relationship. Even amongst us, it's developing. That's why you go through so much purification here of all this stuff. Because this is truly the new Vrindavan. What you're going through here is so rare. It's what goes on in Vrindavan. Many of you are qualified for Vrindavan already. Don't tell me about any crust. You have attraction for Krishna and Radha. Therefore, you can go to Vrindavan. The same thing you're already doing here will be done there. You don't have to wait to die. You're already on it. That's why I told River, you don't want to go. You stay here and do as much work as you can on this, because you will go there and do the same thing. And here you can preach to people, which is a new taste. It's a wonderful taste. Oops. See. He is present in the heart of all living beings, just as fire, Lord, lies dormant in wood. See, dormant. He's not dormant in our hearts. See, he's awakes up because we do pure devotional service. He's given us the gift. Lord Caitanya has given us the gift, and we give that gift to others. This preaching is the gift of Lord Caitanya. These words become true. They shape that new existence of the mercy of Lord Caitanya, which is the only real meaning of spiritual life. Okay? No more dormant in fire and wood. No, the fire is here, man. There's one preacher, Christian preacher. He had a real deep realization of God. He would go, fire, man. Boom, people get it. Same thing here. This preaching is fire, man. It ignites the wood, right? It gets that dormant Krishna ablaze. Oh, most fortunate ones. There you go. I say the same thing to many of you. You are most fortunate ones because the love of God is awakened in you, the attraction to these topics of Vrindavan. I'm not just telling you basic stuff. Sounds basic when you hear it here. I'm telling you the topmost real understanding of God. 10th canto, man. We're right there in 10th canto. Topmost realization, revelations, and you're getting it. How do you know? The heart is awakening. You're feeling bliss hearing the topics of what is the ultimate reality. You think any of these people are preaching this? No, not even one. You cannot. You have to be a Vrindavan resident. You have to prove it like we do here. Otherwise, no way. For him, no one is especially dear or despicable, superior or inferior, and yet he is not indifferent to anyone. He is free from all desire for respect, and yet he gives respect to all others. See? Yet he is with devotees, he's partial. He becomes partial because the devotee knows him as he is. See? And has these loving exchanges with him. See, so this is Vrindavan. The Lord gives up his impartiality, becomes very partial to these devotees. Okay. There's another interesting quality here. Okay. And gives respect to all others. You notice how our preaching is getting more respectful, even though the hammer comes down. Still, I'm accept. We accept. You start to come in line with the. We accept the demons' work here as part of the Lord. We accept the demigods fighting them too. It's as it should be, and we offer also to both parties this. See, he's equal to everybody, and he wants to give. He can give the mercy. Who will take it? That's all the question is. It's offered to Karl Schwab and all his followers. It's offered to Trump and his followers. It's offered. You notice everybody has followers. Trump has followers. Biden has followers. Schwab has followers. It's offered, and this is their offers are just for just specific types of followers. Fauci has his followers. See? The Lord has everyone is following the Lord, and this is an offering to all paths, to everybody that follows in certain ways. You can follow in this way. There's no, none, we're not against anyone. We're for everyone. We're for everybody's deliverance. We're for everybody's highest happiness they can attain, which is actually here. You can come here and listen and compare what you have to what is available here and see what is the better deal. Everybody has some intelligence. You can even be a dog if somebody comes here, and just by being a dog in the house or a cat or a goldfish in that house, oh, the Lord he's thinking, wow, you're a goldfish in the house of a devotee. You fortunate for swimming around in that place. Having the devotee look at you all day, thinking, wow, look at my goldfish. The fish is looking at you. Where's my food?
Sorry.
That's okay. Anybody want to say anything? Wow, you look really lit up there, Shamaguri. Isn't she looking forward to Do you believe what this crazy guy is saying?
Oh, I don't know what to say. So wonderful, so overwhelming, so amazing. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. River, give us a word.
Could Maharaj, before I do, would you just answer this question from Andromeda? She's written it a couple of times.
Yeah. I didn't see it, so go ahead.
Is it Cyrus? Question to Srila Gaura Haridas. Your insights on the practice of Shivambu, I don't know that, or urine therapy.
Oh, urine therapy. Well,
Yeah.
I heard it's good. According to the Vedas, especially, I heard it can be good because actually in India, if you get an infection on your foot or something, they say pee on it.
Yeah.
And it works. Yeah, I did. Yeah. It's a heals thing. And cow urine, they think it's got miracle properties. So people drink it. They actually bathe the deity in cow urine. So yeah.
I saw this guy washing his hair while the cow was peeing.
Yeah. Actually, if you can get some of River's urine, you'd be very fortunate.
I keep thinking to myself.
Might have to wait for a few years.
People's urine tastes different, and I know that through my own experience. It tastes different because the lady I went to who was talking about urine therapy, I spoke to her. I said to her at the end, "What if you don't pee?" And she was like, and then she went, "Well, you have to drink your mother's or somebody from the family."
I see.
But I think how we eat determines how our urine is, actually.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh, and I stayed.
If you want to do that therapy, it's up to you. I mean, yeah.
Well, I didn't have no knowledge.
Really, but
Yeah, man. I didn't have any
for some
knowledge.
reason, I'm not very attracted to it.
My mother wouldn't give me her urine, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, if it's a life and death thing and somebody says you have to drink urine to do it, okay, well, yeah, but I'm not in a life and death situation.
a friend of mine started doing it, and eventually his urine got clear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was drinking his own urine, and it got clear, actually, quite clear.
Well, they say that's not necessarily good. They think it's better when it's more. Yeah, it's better when your urine is actually cloudy because more contaminants are coming out.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. They just. I mean, that's what I mean. You know, there's so much stuff going around.
There is.
You know,
there's so many therapies.
Yeah,
so many. This is the best. This is the greatest therapy that I've found that works in all areas. I know I'm not peeing. I know I'm not peeing yet. I'm crying. Yeah, Maharaj, everything that you're saying, you know, there's something happening right now. I don't know if ever within the whole Sangha, you know, there's things that we've been confused by, things that we're not so certain speculations. They're all coming up to the surface and just being thrown out to bring.
What are some of the confusions?
This is all I can say. When we go through purification, we're clouded. It brings up the leftovers of what speculations you've got left and what all sorts of things you've got left. Some of them you may not realize, and some of them you just won't believe. What can I say?
You're too identified. You get so identified.
So identified because it's happened from a young age or from another lifetime. And you just can't see it. I mean, I know it in myself as well, but these things, the way you have guided us through everything, guiding us. What kind of teacher does that? What kind of human being does that? No ordinary human being does what you've been doing. No. It can't happen. It doesn't happen. So yeah,
you have to be on the other side. See, what's happening is you're being separated from the false identification. That's the false ego, and so you're being separated from that by your real self emerging. Yeah. See, and that's anytime you come and say, oh, you know, you're doing this to me, you know, I'm not, you know, this is you're being separated from the false identification. But when you're in the midst of it, you're so identified, you can't really see it.
That's what happens in a trigger. You're in it.
With a trigger. Yeah,
you're clouded and you just need space. And,
that's all. You just got to back off a little bit. Yeah, back off. Yeah. So, and so everybody that's going through that, just trust the process. That's part of it. And, you know, it's not always a very fun thing. But the benefit, like I kept telling River, there's more room for bhakti. It'll just deepen your relation. And it has. And that goes for even you ecstatic devotees. If you go through a time of that, that's good. It's the Lord's will. And you're just going to get more of Krishna, actually, even though it doesn't look that way.
That's exactly what's happened. And it doesn't look that way, Maharaj, because we are still got cloud. We still got stuff. And the more we get that separation, the more that we can realize, oh my God, I'm going through this demon's coming out and I can see it. I can see it myself. And I think that's because I've been through purification and I've been through it. But some people can't see that, the separation, you know, but it will work. It will go through. We'll go through it because go through it every time. And we come through even stronger.
You know, it's like even for people to get the Holy Spirit now and even back then, often they had to be exercised, exhorted. Exhorted means getting the false ego, which they call the demons, out. That's why you see even the Vedas describe these things as demons. They harass us, but it's just the false idea, false identifications with the modes of nature and the attitudes and the qualities and the mindset and all of that of identification with being a part of the modes of nature. See, so the devotees ultimately, as you identify with the Lord's nature, which is eternally blissful and full of knowledge. See, full of knowledge, and that's your ID now. And you're a devotee of that. See, you just go and you drink that nectar of the Lord's qualities. That's what the Bhagavan realized devotees do. So this stuff is just intermediate stuff. You just, it's like washing up, that's all. Okay, I'm going to go. I want to move around a little bit. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Jai Gurudev.
Give us all a hand. Everybody, give everybody a hand. Give our audience and our podcast.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you so much.